this is Rick Pena. I want to welcome you to another 5-Minute Fix. The message for you this week is to finish strong. Develop the spirit of a finisher. We're getting ready to close out 2011, and here we are. If we'll be honest, some of us already started getting ready for 2012 and developing that laundry list of things that we'll call New Year's resolutions, things that we resolved to do in the new year that we really didn't do in the last year. But how about this? Before we get so fixated on 2012, how about we close out 2011 strong? Develop the spirit of a finisher, because we start lots of things, but if we don't finish the things that we get started, then we won't be able to accomplish what we want to accomplish, and we won't be able to be used of God to the level that He wants to use us. It's about His glory. Ministry takes place when divine resources meet human needs through a loving channel to the glory of God. Well, guess what? God can get done more in and with and through you when you develop the spirit of a finisher. There's a couple of passages I want to share with you this week. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verses 2 through 4. Then the Lord said unto me, this is Habakkuk writing, the prophet, write my answer plainly on tablets so that the runner can carry the correct message to others. This message was the vision of God. This vision is for a future time. Let me tell you something about vision. When God tells you to do something that you can do right now, then that's instruction. That's not vision. If you can accomplish it right now, today, then that's just merely instruction. You just need to go do it. That's not vision. Vision is always going to be for a future time, for an appointed time. And the vision of God will always require the involvement of God. If it's a vision that came from God, it's always going to be too big for you, too big for your checkbook, too big for your resources, too big for you to accomplish in and of yourself. It's not going to be about human ability at that point. If the vision came from God, then you're going to require God to see the manifestation of that vision, to see it come to pass. When He gives you the vision, keep it before you. Allow it to be the aim point. And then just don't give up on that thing. Believe God for it. Go back and nurse it and rehearse it and do what you need to do and expect God for what He needs to do so that you can see the vision of God manifested in your life. Not just this year, but for the rest of your life, so that you can get incrementally closer to God's expected end for your life. Let's look at it like this. Let's say that this right here represented the time span of your life. If this is the day you were born and this is the day you go on to glory, this is the time span of your life, then if you want to maximize this time span, then what you need to do is maximize the chunks. And 2011 is a chunk within this overall time span. And if you maximize 2011, maximize 2012, maximize 2013, you maximize the chunks. Before you know it, you would have maximized your life. And so that's what we do. One more passage, and then I'll close this out. Hebrews chapter 10, I'm going to read 35 and 36. It says, so do not throw away this confident trust that you have in the Lord. Do not fling away, therefore, your confidence. The King James says, remember the great reward that it brings to you. There's a reward laying in store for those of us that don't throw away our confidence, for those of us that hold on. Patient endurance is what you need now so that you will continue to do God's will. Then you will receive all that He has promised. You need patient endurance. You need stick-to-itiveness. You need to hold on. You need to believe God and keep pressing toward the mark of the prize of the high calling. And if you do that, you will see the manifestation of God's promises, God's best in your life. 3 things. Number 1, before you start laying out the things you want to accomplish in 2012, go back to what God told you for 2011. I mean, go back to January, February, March, rehearse those things. And whatever's unresolved, whatever is an outstanding issue, well, guess what? Believe God. There's still time. Number 2, do what you can do and believe God for the rest. If there's something that you can do right now that's on your list of the things that you need to accomplish in 2011, and there's something that you can get done, then go do it. Stop waiting on God to do what you can do. He's not going to do what you can do, but He will do what you can. So you do what you can do, and you believe God for the rest. Believe God. Use your faith. Exercise faith. Stand on the promises of God. And then finally, the year's not over, so don't give up. No matter how glim and dim things may have seemed along the way in 2011, you can finish strong. You can develop your faith to the point where you say, I'm going to finish with the spirit of a finisher. I'm not going to allow 2011 to end on a low note. I'm going to believe God to end this thing on a high note. And I'm gonna have a spirit of a finisher as I cross over into 2012. Believe God for great things. Do what you need to do. Believe God for the rest. And not only will 2011 be great, but 2012 will be greater. This is Rick Pina. It's been your 5-minute fix. God bless you.